Hey guys, how's it going? This is my 1961 International Travellette. It's an old Air Force truck. I traded an old four-wheeler for it, and I put a lot of work and money into it since then. It's got a big block. It's a 454 with aluminum heads, Phi-Tech fuel injection system, quite a bit of stuff done to it, and that's the engine in it. As far as the interior goes, I've got a King Ranch interior from a Ford pickup, like a 2010 Ford pickup from the junkyard. So that's what I got going in there. I've got power seats and all that. But the one thing I don't have is a speedometer. So I've always needed one. I've been going off the old one that's about 40 miles an hour, give or take, either way. So what I finally bought is a digital speedometer that runs off a GPS. So my plan today is mount that somewhere in the old dash that has pretty limited spots. I've got a spot right here, but I don't really want to drill into the old sheet metal. So my plan is to run it into the old glass here and mount it behind the glass and kind of make a cool mount for it. So that's the plan. We'll see how it goes. I really am against drilling in the old sheet metal. So that's the reason I want to go centered up right here behind the old glass. It'll kind of look original, kind of not, but it's going to be a lot better than taking a big hole saw to the dash right here. So stick with me, and we're going to put a hole somewhere or another, and we'll get a speedometer in this thing finally. Alright, I got the old dash out. You can see it. It's pretty cool. The old speedometer used to just bounce back and forth from about 20 to 60, so I mean, you're kind of going for a range in there, and it wasn't really too accurate. So what my plan is to do is replace the original center dial with my new one, which is right here, and I think that'll look pretty cool. It's not going to look quite period correct or anything, but it's going to keep me out of trouble. I have been guessing at how fast I've been going for the entire time I've had the truck together, so this will be a lot better for me, and it'll work out great. Just wanted to give you guys a demo of what my speedometer used to look like. It used to look like this, and the needle would just go boing, boing, boing all day long, and you were somewhere in between here and there, and the speedometer was doing like this. And every time you passed the copy, you're hoping it was like somewhere down here, but in all reality, it was somewhere up here. So that's what it used to look like. I'm hoping to have a working speedometer here in a couple hours probably, and get it all set up right. Alright, so I got it kind of fitted how I want it right now. It's going to be centered in there. I sprayed that back housing black, just with a flat matte black paint, so that way it was all kind of fresh when you put it all back together. The paint on it was peeling. I'm sure it was lead paint. I used the Dremel on it a little bit, so that's good for you. This gauge came right from the People's Republic of China. It's whatever. We'll see how it goes. It's GPS guided. I think it's going to work out just great, because I'm kind of running a weird setup in my International to where it's the original transfer case from 1961 and a Chevy Turbo 400 transmission. So it's kind of a weird setup. So this is going to be the easiest route instead of trying to figure out a cable running off either the transmission or the transfer case that's accurate, especially with 38-inch tires. So this is going to be the best route. Alright, so I got the gauge installed into the cluster how I want it. I sprayed it like I said. Just going to kind of give you a quick how-to on it. So once you find a spot to mount it and you got your hole drilled and it's in the hole, you'll want to flip it over, and you're going to have 3 wires to connect. You're going to have a blue, an orange, and a red. The People's Republic of China uses blue as their ground for whatever reason. Red is your power to the GPS and the unit itself. and orange is the power to the backlight inside that. So if you're not planning on backlighting, I don't know why you wouldn't, you're not going to need the orange wire, but there's 3 wires there. And then you've got your GPS antenna with about a freaking 15-foot long cord on it, and you only need about 12 inches. So I'm gonna have to tie that up under the dash somewhere. They say to mount it right on top of the dash. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna take my chances and try and run it up in a vent or something to where you can't see it, but it's still getting signal. If it's not getting signal there, might try and mount it on the column or something, out of sight, out of mind, and see how it goes. I'm gonna play with it quite a bit and see the best place I can hide it and not have to worry about it being a big ugly thing up on my dash. So that's where it's headed, and we'll see what happens from there. All right, I got the speedometer in the dash. I got it just like I like it. It's all wired in. Got the GPS mounted on the top of the gauge there. I don't know if I like it there or not, but I'm gonna try it for there. Kicks on, fires right up. You'll see, kind of a glare, that dial at the bottom that's counting up. That'll count up to 300. If it doesn't calibrate by 300, then it will restart the whole process and it'll throw an error code. That's your GPS calibrating to the satellite. I fired it up before and it already linked up right around 45 seconds, so we'll see if it does or not. But once that stops going, counting up or whatever, that means you're linked in the GPS and your speedometer should work great. So that's your sign that everything's wired up correctly and it's good to go. So right there you can see it's showing 0. That's your odometer, and it's good to go. If it wasn't 30 degrees outside, snowing and raining, I'd probably go for a test drive, but it's January here in Michigan and kind of stuck with what I got. So that's all for now. Stay tuned for more videos. Thanks.